Today, I'm making an Irish dance gift. Some assembly required. Hello, and welcome back. Today's video has two parts. First, I will be making a knit Irish dance doll, dressed as my kid, of course. And for that, I am using the Flexi Loom, because you can change the size and make it just exactly the right thing that you want, which is great. Then, and I think this is going to be kind of a quick part at the end, I'm going to make a little hanging shelf out of a box and some macrame cord. This is hopefully going to be a clever way to hang ribbons and dance medals and stuff. So, we'll see. We'll see how it works. It looks great up here. But, let's get started. Like I said, I'm starting with the doll. I have gathered the right yarn colors, scissors, a yarn needle and loom hook, some elastic, and a strip of paper on which I tried to figure out my proportions. And I made a big and small knitting loom. I haven't got out the stuffing yet, but that will come later. I will be using the bigger loom to make the body, and I'll start at the feet, so black first. Now that I made a few rows, I'll check it against my template. No, that seems like enough. So I'll cut a tail of black yarn and then try to tie a knot with the white really close to where I left off. I do get better at this as I go. Feel free to practice. It is a little bit awkward. The ends of the yarn can just hide right inside and we'll deal with them later. Now white for the socks. That looks like enough white. Oh, I should have purled them so they're bumpy on the outside so it looks like poodle socks. Oh well, next time. Now I will switch to tannish for the legs. And that seems like enough legs, so I'll switch to blue. And now white. So this is the bodice and kind of the neck of the dress if you're trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing. Next will be tan for the head. I've discovered it's a little bit easier to pull the yarn to the front of the loom and tie the knot there where there's more room. Hey, I figured it out eventually. Finally, I'm switching to brown for the hair. But before I get too far with the hair, I think it will be easier to add like the facial features now while I can still access the inside. First, I'm just going to tie this yarn at the neck so I'll have kind of an idea of what the head shape will be. And next, I will make the eyes using a few stitches of the black. And I can tie the knot on the inside. I made the mouth with one stitch of pink. I did try two, but it looked very much like a duck. I can free her neck again for now and get back to her hair. The higher the hair, the closer to the fesh gods, as they say. I will cut a tail of yarn to help finish the top. I'm just going to sew that yarn through each loop all the way around. And I'll end up being able to cinch it closed at the top. Yay! The body is all knit. Dance party! Now I'll use the little loom to make some arms with tan and white. I chose to use the little loom rather than a French knitter because it's just a little bit bigger, and I thought it matched the proportion of the doll better. But if that's what you have, you could definitely try the French knitter instead. And ta-da! Here we have the arms. They're even the same size. I know, I'm surprised too. Next, I'll knit the skirt. I put my two looms together to make a wider tube, and I will use this shiny yarn. It is a little bit thinner, but I think it will do. That seems long enough. I'll take it off the loom with the needle, just like before. You could just cinch it and sew it on, which I am very tempted to do, but I'm going to thread some elastic through the top instead to make a proper waistband. Great! Now I will put the skirt aside and this decorative blue shoulder thing her dress has. And now we can stuff. First, I'll stuff the bun and cinch it tight. And then do the same with the head. Next, I'll stuff the bodice and then sew a line down the tan part to separate the legs. And I'll do the same with the socks and shoes and sew them up. Then the arms get stuffed and attached to the body with the shoulders back, of course. Now she can get dressed. The bodice needs a little fancying up. Better. Now the blue thing. It probably has a name, but I don't know what to call it. Nice! Now, I'm not making a crown, so I'll just use yarn and tie a bow. Then I will add a big gem right here for bling. Fun fact, this is the same kind of gem that's on her actual dress. Ta-da! Awesome. Ta-da! And in an effort to be a little bit extra, I also used the little loom and made an ornament-sized one. Because all the little Irish dance ornaments that I've seen have red hair and like green dresses with shamrocks on them. And that's not what she looks like. So I will put you guys aside and you can watch the next part. So here's the second part of the project, the hanging shelf metal shower offer thing. This is just a prototype. Not sure exactly how it's gonna go, but I think that it should do what I want. At least close enough. So here is what I'm going to be using. I have a little measuring tool. I've got a box and some dowels. Got these at Michael's. You can probably find better somewhere else, but this is what was available, so that's what I got. I've got some macrame cord and a little ring, and then I also cut some longer macrame cord to hang down at the bottom. Now, I already sanded this because it was so spiky. It like had never been treated by anyone ever. The next step that I'm going to do after I clear myself some room is to just pop over to the workbench and drill some holes for the top and some holes on the bottom. I don't want to make them too wide. I'll probably make them pretty small on the top because just one strand of macrame cord has to go through, and then a little bit thicker on the bottom because I'm going to use 2 cords through. So I will be right back. And here we are. So I used 11/64 on the top and 7/32 on the bottom. But before you rush over to your toolbox, let's see if the string even goes through. Good. All right, so I have it as this part is the top and this part over here is the bottom. And I have cut 2 pieces of string, one a little bit longer than the other. The short string will go in the back and the longer string will go in the front. Pretty sure I'm going to have to tape the ends in order to get them through, so I'll do that next. It works. So what I have to do, so I've threaded these, but I haven't tied any knots. Then what I'm doing here is I'm going to just put the cords through, one from the front and one from the back, because for some reason I think that's good. I'll string them onto this little ring, which will hang it on the wall. Then there. Now what I will do is find the center of this. I think it's six inches in. Then I will tape this ring down right here in the middle. Now I can gently pull the strings and I'll tie a knot right underneath. Now somehow they appear to be equally taut. I wasn't expecting that. But what you could also do is if one of them is a little bit droopy, you can just adjust your knots, make it a little tighter, make it a little bit looser, as you like. So I'm just going to take my scissors and cut, I don't know, a little bit of leftover string. Basically, I'm just cutting off the tape. So far, so good, I'm pretty sure. I decided not to use knots to attach my cords to the ring because I was pretty sure I wouldn't be able to do it evenly. So I thought this way you can kind of adjust the way that it's leaning if you need to. But again, just a prototype, so I may learn some things from this. So the next step that I'm going to do is try to get these cords through here. Not sure exactly how that's going to go. Now, each cord I have tied a little square knot in the top, so I should be able to thread it through and then it will be stopped by the knot on top. So basically just a super simple knot. I just tied one. Put it in the middle-ish. We can always trim it at the end. And then I just tied it the other way. A nice square knot, hopefully bigger than my hole. All right, so I'm going to try the same tape technique to get these guys through these itty bitty little holes. Wish me luck. It has worked yet again. I'm a genius. Too much? But look, look, look. Yahoo! It worked. Now, the next step is going to be to put it on its side over here. A beautiful price tag stuck on the back. And then, how am I going to make it stay? Put something, I'll put something heavy in it. You guys will be super helpful. Just right. Maybe. Now, basically what I'm going to do in this section is figure out how far down I want my first knot. I think maybe 3 inches. And then I will tape right here. Do want it to be even. 3 inches. Tape here. Tie a knot. And then a little bit further down so I can stick a dowel through. Tie another knot. So the 2 knots will support the dowel. And then another 3 or 4 inches, I'll do another one, another set, and then maybe one more set, depending on how long we have. I think I could probably fit 3 sets. And I can thread 3 dowels through. And then I'll do the same on this side. And then we'll see how that looks. Now for the moment of truth. Do they look even? They kind of look even. I guess we'll know when it goes on the wall. Let's put it together. Hooray! That was really fun. I had a good time. I hope that you liked it. Feel free to give it a thumbs up. I think that Lily's gonna really like it. I'm not sure how long the shelf is gonna be big enough. We may have to upgrade or make more. I don't know. I'm not really sure how much it will hold. So I guess we'll just have to find out. If you like this video and you are not subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe right underneath the video box and click the all notifications bell so you don't miss anything. New videos come out every Saturday, so stay tuned until the next one. And until then, be awesome. I'll see you later. Bye!